as we all know, opening drive, Measly Beasley gets hit with a pass right in his hands at the 2-yard line, and he can't snag it. I don't know what happened.
Old coleslaw.
Yeah,
right
coleslaw. Yeah, thank you very much. Then, next drive, my man Des Bryant, throw up the X. No, he failed to come down with a touchdown pass that hit him right in the hands in the end zone. That's 8 points that the Cowboys gave away in 2 drives that would have won a 20-19 game. Eli survived 20-19, but it is big psychological advantage, Dallas Cowboys.
How? And they lost.
They trumped them. They did everything but win the game. They dominated all the stats. They know it. That's why you heard Dak stand in his locker and say, I know this team. He does know that he can pick this team apart. Now let's talk quickly about this team. I love what our Michael Lombardi said right here the other day. He called the New York Giants the equivalent of a Ponzi scheme, meaning it's some smoke and it's some mirrors and a whole lot of nothing. And I might not go quite that far, but I think there's much truth to that, because if you look at their 6-game winning streak, it came against teams that against the rest of the league are now 23, 42, and 1. So they beat mostly nobody. And if I look at the New York Giants, they're 23rd in scoring. 23rd? The Cowboys are 5th in scoring. New York, the all-important turnover ratio, they're -5. Dallas is at least +2 because they don't take the ball away. But this whole notion suggested last week and the previous week by you that Eli owns the Cowboys. I'm going to point out again, Eli, thank you very much, my man, has lost 6 of his last 9 against Dallas, including 5 in a row. That's the great Eli Elite Manning. And here's last 3 passing totals against the Cowboys. Last 3 games, he threw for 193, 170, and 207, barely topped 200 yards on opening day. Now, he did beat the Cowboys, as you point out, in 1 playoff game, which makes him 13-12 against Dallas. But I couldn't even watch that Cowboy team. I had no use for that Cowboy team because it was Terrell Owens and it was Tony and Jessica and Cancun. That's what that team was. Remember that?
Yeah, have a good time with jet ski.
Yeah, and I'm as done with that team.
Let people celebrate, Skip.
Yeah, well, they celebrated prematurely, and then they lost at Texas Stadium to Eli Manning as he went on to a Super Bowl. But here's the point. Odell Beckham, for all the pizzazz and all the celebrations and all the hoopla and Big Apple this and that, Odell Beckham, last 3 games against Dallas, has averaged 51 yards receiving. So, conclusion, do I respect that the New York Giants are 8th in scoring defense? I do. My Cowboys are 5th in scoring defense. Do I respect that New York is 5th against the run? 5th in the NFL? That's pretty good. My Cowboys are 2nd in the NFL against the run. Do I respect the fact, and maybe not fear, but am I concerned about the fact that this is at MetLife Stadium? Sure I am. My Cowboys are 6-0 on the road, and they have had 10 days to get ready for this road game. And I think that's big advantage Dallas. So, sum it up. What's the Giants' best win of the year? Seriously, if you look down the whole thing, what was their best win? It was opening day, 20-19. That's it, period.
Why wouldn't it be their best win?
Well, I'm just saying, that's all you got. But that's all you got. What did my team do? It won at Washington. It won at Green Bay. It won at Pittsburgh. It won at Minnesota. I can give you 5, 6 better wins than what should have been the opening day, right? So the Giants beat Baltimore at home, and that was in the midst of a 4-game losing streak by Baltimore, which did, I hate to say, they finally bounced back and destroyed your Dolphins, but they were really reeling in that stretch because the following week after that, they beat Baltimore. Baltimore then lost to the Jets. So that completely discounts that one big win by the New York Football Giants. It's just simple. My Cowboys are better than the Giants. And just because it's a rivalry, it'll stay pretty close. But I got Cowboys 27, Giants 23. Thank you very much. What do you put in that stuff over there?
Why are you worried about what I'm drinking?
Well,
why are you worried about what I'm drinking?
I wonder.
I love how you give all these stats. Oh, Eli closes his eyes. He looked.
That wasn't a stat. That was my view.
Oh, they can't do this. Odell Beckham, he's supposed to be a star. He does nothing against my team. You keep telling me all this while the Cowboys, they had the ball for 52 minutes out of 60. Oh, Ezekiel Elliott, he didn't play well.
Okay, refute me. Give me something. You got nothing. You're out of ammo.
This is what I know. All the stats.
This is all you got is 10. That's all you got.
And what did he do to your team?
Huh?
What did he do to your team?
When?
Opening day.
Opening day, he threw for barely 200 yards. Wow.
How many touchdowns?
I'm scared.
How many touchdowns did he have?
I can't remember.
You know how many he had. Say it,
care.
Skip. I want to hear you say it right now. Eli Manning had 3 touchdowns.
1 interception to used car. That's all I can remember about that game.
And in the red zone, what did he do?
He was much better than the Cowboys were, just because of 2 big drops.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And you talking about Dez Bryant throwing up the X? He threw up the... Had handcuffs on Janoris Jenkins, saying, you're under arrest. I sentence you to 1 catch for 8 yards.
Is that what
now
you're predicting?
Go to the sideline.
Are you predicting 1 catch for 8 yards on Sunday night?
Don't worry about how I'm predicting. Can I get them? Look, the Giants offense know they can have success because they've had success against this team. I would recommend they take a page out of the Washington team. Get into the 3 wide receiver set with 1 tight end. Vernon Davis had a big day. Now, obviously, the Giants do not have a tight end that's a Vernon Davis or a Jordan Reed. Okay, I get that. But the 3 wide receivers with Odell, with Shepard, and Cruz. Now, Cruz didn't have a target last week. He didn't have a catch last week. He voiced his displeasure. Now, I can assure you that there will not be a reoccurrence of that this week. You can have your way with this team's defense because I believe the Cowboys, the weakest unit of their team is their defense. I'm going to need their defense, minus JPP, or their special teams, to get Eli an extra possession because he needs an extra crack at that defense because, they're playing great. The defensive coordinator have, what's his name? Rob Marinella. Oh, he has that defense playing well, Joy. Oh, they're not that ultra-talented, but they play hard.
They play with spirit, Joy. They bend and bend, but they do not break in the red zone.
Eli broke them.
Yeah, that was when they didn't know who they were yet.
I thought they were the Cowboys.
They had a rookie starter at quarterback. Are you kidding me?